Guys, it's me Narelle here, and welcome back to a new video. This video is going to be a updated art book collection for you guys. I just wanted to show the ones I recently got, but since a lot of you guys really like seeing my collection videos, I thought, what the heck, let me just show you all of them. So I'm just going to start off with a book that really has no purpose for this video. It's actually a art book I made myself, and when I actually put up the video for this, a lot of you guys are like, Narelle, are you going to sell this? And honestly, I made the right decision not to, because I honestly really want to remake this and make it a lot better than what it is now. So maybe in the nearby future you will get a actual art book from me that is not crappy. So the next two books are actually zines by the artist Pencil Butter. I freaking love her. I bought these off her Etsy shop, so you guys can go click the link down below to get it if you're interested in these books. I legit cannot wait for her 2018 Inktober zine because I'm gonna buy that too. I've recently just been obsessed with getting zines, so you might see a lot more of them in the near future. Alright, so next is actually the art book of Tokyo Ghoul. I actually really love this one. This is actually my favorite out of all of them I have, which is actually really strange, but I really love Sui Ishida's art style. I love the messiness, I love the colors, I love everything that is Sui Ishida. And he actually writes down his comments on each illustration to tell you what he liked about it, what he didn't like about it. So a lot of these images you may have seen before, but honestly, it's such a good art book. It's such worth the price. Freaking love it. And honestly, guys, this was the cheapest art book I had to buy. So you go. Again, I will have all the links for these books down below. So if you guys are really interested in these books, please check them out, especially this one because it's really nice and I really like it. Alright, so the next art book is by the wonderful Rayhan Illustrations. I found her on DeviantArt a while ago and I literally died when I heard she was making a art book, and honestly I could not afford it when it first came out, which was a while ago. I legit had to wait I think 3 years just to get this art book because guys, I recently got my job. I didn't start work until the beginning of this year, so I couldn't afford a lot of things, so I really was in the predicament a lot of you guys are in now if you can't really afford stuff like this, because I really relate. So I had to wait to get it, and it's so worth the purchase. I actually did a video on this, so I don't really need to flip through this a whole lot, but yeah, I freaking love this. It's amazing, and I just love her so much. So the next art book is also by Rayhan. Originally, I didn't even know she had another one. I just checked out her store and I saw this one and I'm like, oh my gosh, she has another one. So yes, and I did a video on this one as well. So I'm trying not to flip through it as much as I did in the video. So yes, that's pretty much it for this book. The next book is actually the True Colors zine that is by Holly Brown here on YouTube. She recently did a big artist collaboration in I think it was 80 artists, I think. I could be wrong. And they made a whole zine based off of Hero Academia. And they had this color palette that everyone used. And I freaking love this book. It's really nice to see. And I'm trying not to flip through it so much. So if you guys want to get it yourself, you can. But yeah, I really like it, and it's just a freaking amazing. So that's it for this zine. So the next art book is the Bleach art book, all color but the black. I've been wanting this one for years too, guys. I've been waiting a lot to get some of these. My friend Sue Chronicle had this book and I'm like, I need it. I need it in my life. But yes, this one actually reads the Japanese way, so it is the reverse way than the other art books I have, but I seriously love Tite Kubo's colored images. If you guys have not read Shonen Jump, a lot of these images were in Shonen Jump, and I just love how he puts images together, and he really does have really great sense of composition, and I freaking love it. And this book actually shows his improvement in art, because if you guys saw how Bleach looked in the beginning and how it looks now, you can tell he improved a whole heck of a lot, and this is kind of one of my favorite art books as well. So yes. Okay, so the next book is actually The Art of Howl's Moving Castle. Just to say, these books are not like art books in which they show the art of just the movie. These books go through the whole entire movie and shows more detailed sketches of a scene that the director wanted to actually play out. If I can flip to a page real quick, because there's a lot of content in this. So as you can see, this scene of Turnip Head, you can see the sketches of the actual character and how the director wanted him to look like. So this book is actually really freaking nice. I freaking love it, and it's just really interesting to see how the characters look compared to the movie version. So yes, that's it for this one. And I also got The Art of Spirited Away. It's pretty much the same style. It just goes through the whole entire movie, and it shows you sketches of the characters. So yes, even though this probably isn't a art book, it's actually really nice just to see how people went about these movies that we love and all that good stuff. So that's it for those. Next is an art book that I got at Walmart. Actually, it is online. I checked, so I will put the link down below. But it's The Art of Pokemon Adventures. I actually thought this was the actual Pokemon art book, but this is based off the comics, which is actually pretty nice. I've read a couple of them, and I own one out of the many. So yes, this art book is actually pretty dope. I freaking love it. And again, the illustrator of the Pokemon adventure books, he actually does go in detail with how the characters look, and he actually colors some of these images with Copic markers, and he'll literally give you the color choices he actually chose so you guys can replicate the same image, which I think is pretty nice. So yes, so that's pretty much it for this art book. The next book is actually the artworks of Takahito Harada, which is the creator of Disgaea. If you guys don't know, I'm a huge Disgaea fangirl, and my brother is too. So I try to collect all the merch I can of Disgaea as possible, but I think I got all of them. This art book is technically my favorite out of the two I have, because this art book shows you the illustration, and then it goes through all the steps that he went through digitally to create the image, which I think is pretty cool, because I'm trying to get more into digital art, and showing how someone goes through their process kind of gives me more of an insight of how I can do things different. Again, here's my second Disgaea art book, but this art book kind of just shows all the illustrations of Disgaea. So if you're more into all the artworks in the games, this art book would be more for you. But again, it's whatever. I love this game series so much, and oof and oof, look at the OTP. Disgaea 2 was like my favorite in terms of romance. I freaking love these two. So yeah, that's pretty much it for those books. Alrighty, so the next art book is of the TV show Oban Star Racers. I didn't even know this show had a art book originally, because I was just goofing off on Amazon. But I found it, and I spent all the rest of my money on this freaking book. But this book pretty much goes through all of the characters from the show, and in the back of it, it goes through the guy who made Oban, his whole entire process of making the show from start to finish. And I've read all of it. I legit took my time to read all of that, and he is just so inspiring. So whenever I want to go back to actually learn about how I can improve my story writing, I just read what he has here because it's so inspirational, and I freaking love this series. So if you guys have never seen Oban Star Racers, I highly recommend it. The next art book is actually of Vampire Knight, and if I have to be completely honest, I could have not gotten this. It sounds so bad because I have the book in my possession, but I love Matsuri Hino's art style. It's so pretty, but I just recently just looked through all the books I have, and honestly, this book isn't benefiting me for the long run. I've wanted this book for a couple of years too, and I think I wanted it just because other people had the book. So please don't buy stuff that other people have, because if you actually just look at it, it's just not a book that I would want to keep in my collection. It's really nice if you guys really like Vampire Knight and her artwork, but I'm not saying the book is bad. It's just something I could live without, and I would be more than willing to give it away, but my information is in the front of the book, and I can't have you guys having my personal information, okay? So the next art book is of the Yaoi Haruo Daite Ta. Just because of the images in here, I can't really show it too much, but yeah, I'm gonna try to show some sensitive images in here because I have youngins watching my channel. So yes, so come on. All right, so yes, I've read this yaoi ages ago. It's one of my favorite yaois, and I freaking love it. I reread it like every day of the week. It's so good. So if you guys have never read this yaoi before, I highly recommend it. It's really good, and it's a golden oldie, and oof, I just love it. So the last art book I actually have is of Gurren Lagann's. This was my first art book, so I went from new to old. So yes, I can't really flip this one as well as I want to because the binding is just really bad. I'm more of a lay flat type of art book girl, not like these glue bounded ones. But yes, if you guys have never seen Gurren Lagann either, I highly recommend it. It's a golden oldie, and I just really wanted this book because I love the show, and the show is freaking dope. Again, if you haven't seen it, and there are some suggestive images in here if I forgot to say. So again, just because my viewers are kind of young, I'm going to try to flip through some of them. And this is actually the image I freaking love above the rest. It's of Simone and Nia. Oof, I freaking love this image right here. It was one of my favorited images I could find on Google way back when, before I learned of art books. But anyways, that's pretty much it for my art books. Again, I will try to have all the links to which I got them. Most of them I got from Amazon and or Right Stuff, so you can find them on there. But just to be sure, I will put the links in my description box below. And if it helps you guys, I will try to put the prices of them on the screen so you guys can kind of gauge if you can afford them or not, because I know a lot of this stuff is expensive, and I really don't want you guys to be like, Nyrel, you're rolling in dough if you could afford all this, because again, I do not roll in dough. I have a job in which I make barely minimum wage at that, so I can't really buy a lot of this stuff that I can buy anymore. So again, just don't assume that I have a lot of money when I kind of don't. So again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I guess I will see you in another video. Bye.